Hi, I'm Thrifty Tim. It's Saturday morning. No cartoons on the regular over-the-air TV station, so this is my replacement for the cartoons. This is, in other words, it's Saturday morning with Thrifty Tim. So this is a live stream that I have go on every other Saturday. Uh, and I go for an hour. Normally go for an hour and a half, 2 hours. Hi, James. Good to have you see that you tuned in already. Well, now I know I last time I showed some albums that I had picked up at the thrift store, but I hadn't listened to any of them yet. Well, I listened to them this week, and uh, the first one that I listened to was New Rawls, All Things in Time. And this is uh, album where he has You'll Never Find Another Love Like Mine. And yeah, I like that song. That's one of the main reasons I bought this. But down here on the second side, he does he sings Pure Imagination, which is a song that is usually associated with Disney. Uh, but this album's from 1976. But I just like his smooth, deep voice on the songs. I think I'm going to have to get some more of his albums if I come across them. The next one I listened to was uh, Welcome to Columbia Country. This is sort of like a K-Tail album by the record label. Well, they fit 10 songs on each side, so 20 songs altogether. Probably the one that I like the best down here, though, is done by Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs. The song is Detroit City. They do a pretty good job with that song. Okay, the next one is okay. I know when I 2 weeks ago when I got it, I said it's the Chad Mitchell trio. Actually, the Chad Mitchell trio is on side 1, and on side 2 are the Gatemen. Uh, but it's all folk music, 60s folk, and I like 60s folk. And this is a real good album. This one's from '64 on Cool Picture Records. Next one is one that I already had, but I always get more buy it whenever I come across them in the wild for a good price. This is Justin Hayward and John Lodge of the Moody Blues. This is album Blue Jays, and it's just a good album throughout the album. And the last one is Tom Johnson. Everything you heard is true. He was founding member and lead singer for a while of the Doobie Brothers. The funny thing is, there's one song on here where Michael McDonald that is on it, but he doesn't sing. He just plays the keyboards. And well, anyway, on this album, he has a lot of brass playing with him on here. Like he has a tower power horn section, and then also the Memphis horns playing on various songs on here. And but it is a rock album with lot of horns, but it still sounds great. Okay, I know that Paul can't make it this week. He's on his way up to Missouri to see his oldest son. I'm not sure whether his son his son had moved away, but he moved back to Missouri. I'm not sure whether he still lives in the if he moved back to the Branson area or where. I'll have to ask Paul that the next time him and I talk. So with that said, just a minute, I'll put the link up for anybody that wants to come on. I know James will be, so okay. Where is okay. Okay. There's the link, James. I also had contacted both Calvin and Jordan through on the Facebook Messenger. Morning, James. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing amazing as I should be. I'm trying to keep my positive vibes because we got that Hurricane Lee passing our way to the Maritimes today.
Yeah, I saw that on the news yesterday or last
Yeah, but
evening.
I'm hoping New Brunswick doesn't get hit too bad and we don't lose power because I go crazy without my computer because this is my connection to friends because I don't really have friends around my area that much. But
Yeah.
you all on here are my friends, so I need this.
I know that they on the NBC News last night. They said that it was head more towards Nova Scotia.
Yeah, and the Fundy area of New Brunswick. So I don't think we're gonna get hit that hard. Just a little heavy rain and winds, and that's about it. I don't think it's gonna be too bad.
Just hope it doesn't flood your man cave.
No, I don't think it'll flood my man cave. Let's hope not. I'd be crying if it did that. I'd lose all my records,
Yeah,
my movies, and
yeah.
everything.
Because I remember how Steve Carlson had been flooded, and he had all his records down in his basement where he does his videos from and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So let's hope that you don't have that experience.
No, I hope not.
Because he lost all of his vinyl collection because just from the floodwaters and stuff being carrying so much stuff in it that.
So I have some good news. Wasaga George went shopping 2 weeks ago. He went to see Alice Cooper in Toronto, and he went to the record store and he bought some albums. He bought 17 albums, and 3 of those albums he bought for me. I'm gonna leave the best for last. Oh, and it gets even better after that too.
Are all 17 albums he purchased Alice Cooper records?
No, no Alice Cooper records.
Yeah,
So when he got me, go ahead.
I saw Alice Cooper. It was 2 weeks before a week or two. I think it was a week before Halloween. This was back in 2019, or wait, no, 2018 it was. So almost 5 years ago, my son and I went and we're surprised they let him do pyrotechnics in there. Because this is in an old theater that was renovated, and they have concerts in there quite a bit. And this is in Rockford, so.
So the albums he got me are Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. It's a mono version of Whipped Cream and Other Delights.
Okay, I have that one.
And then he got me Elvis in Concert, a double LP album, which I've never had in my collection before, but I've seen the cover for it many times. And drum roll, Wings Over America, Finally.
Okay.
That's a 3 LP set. So that's the
Right.
big kahuna right there that I've been wanting. And he
Well,
also threw in something. He came on my stream on the panel for the very first time last Sunday. He was brave. And he also showed me this book he has called The Beatles Sessions. And it gives you insight into the takes of how many takes they did one certain song for an album and stuff. And he said, I'm throwing this in for you as well. So hopefully, 2 Saturdays from now, when you're back on, I'll have stuff to show. And on Sunday night after my stream, I went into my friend Doc Dawkis's channel, and
yeah,
Robert S was on there,
I've
and
got one too at that times.
Robert S was saying that he got the album Wings Wildlife, and he said he was trying to listen to it again to see if he liked it because he didn't like it the first time. And I said, well, if you don't want it anymore, I'll take it. He says, you want it, James? I'm like, yeah, I'll take it if you don't like it. He says, well, I'll consider that. And I said, well, I can't pay you for it or anything. He says, no, I'll give it to you as a gift. If I don't like it, it's yours. So hopefully tomorrow, I'll find out if it's going to be mine or not, because that's the last one I need to complete my wing set. So I'll be happy.
Okay.
That's still up in the air, but my package was in Dieppe, New Brunswick yesterday. So hopefully it'll be here by Monday.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Depends on the storm.
Yeah, I think the storm's not going to be too bad as we think.
Yeah.
I'm thinking positive vibes. You have to, because I have to keep thinking positively because I don't want my anxiety to go off the Richter scale on me. Ouch.
Yeah. But it's also where you want to be ready just in case. And
yeah. I'm sure we'll be okay.
Yeah.
So is Paul going to join us today?
No, he's on his way to Missouri to see his oldest son.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just texted the Oregon, so hopefully Oregon will join us.
Yeah, I sent the message to him over Facebook Messenger, and I also did the same with Calvin.
Oh yeah. Well, no matter what happens, you and I are going to run the show. And we're going to have a good time, no matter what. The show must go on, as they always say.
For what the album said, did you hear what I said? For the second song I liked on that Lou Rawls album?
Mm-hmm.
Pure Imagination.
Yeah. Good song.
Yeah, it's usually associated with Disney.
Yeah.
But this was from '76 and he did this, and just with this deep, smooth voice, it sounded real good.
So the albums are in good shape. There are no scratches or skips or jumps or crackles.
The Lou Rawls one looks like it might have a real slight warp in it, but it plays good. So.
Did you clean them?
Yeah. So, and like I said, that one has like a slight warp in it. I noticed that when they started spinning it.
Well, I know that according to George, when he was copying to his hard drive the Wings Over America, he says a couple of songs kind of skip, like My Love and some other ones. But he said what he did to fix that, he used a toothpick.
Yeah.
I don't know how a toothpick could work.
Well, what I used to use, I do like a penny on it or a dime. Just add a little bit of weight there, but you don't want too much.
No. Well, I'm going to see how it goes when I listen to it, when I play it for the first time, and see if it skips for me. If it doesn't, though, then I guess I know he'll really fixed it well. So I'm excited to listen to that album. But it does have my favorite song on there, Let Him In. Someone's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing the bell. So that should be fun to listen to. I'm excited for it.
Of course, the one I like is Helen Wheels.
Helen Wheels, yeah. So. That's a good song, yeah. Helen Wheels. But it almost sounds like Hell on Wheels, but it isn't.
Yeah, that and Junior's Farm.
Oh yeah, Junior's Farm is good. Yeah.
Well, they had so many good songs, and because like Mull of Kintyre, and
Yeah, Mull Guitar is good with the bagpipes and all that.
yeah.
I remember
Okay.
when I rented on pay-per-view, they had a Paul McCartney concert. I forget where he was playing at, and he had the pipes and drums come on, and it was really cool. Hey, Calvin.
Guess who's Hi, Calvin. He's here today. He's not working.
Uh-huh. Ooh,
Calvin,
Tim, show him that country
yeah,
western album. Show Calvin that country western album with all the different stars on it. He'll love that.
yeah. Okay, Calvin, I'll make myself big so you can see it good better. This is when I found out a thrift store for like it was a can't remember which one I got it. It might have been $2, but uh,
Tim,
it's
tilt it back a
like
bit because there's glare. Tilt it back. Yeah, like that. Perfect.
but has it's has had 10 songs on each side. It's Welcome to Columbia Country. It's sort of like Columbia's example of their K-tel, you could say. But it has 20 songs on it, and
Kind of like a K-tel.
yeah, and of course, my favorite song on it is done by Lester Flatt and Daryl Scruggs. They do Detroit City on that one.
But I'm wondering if on that kind of thing that they kind of compressed it and made the song shorter to get all 20 on one album.
Yeah, I
Because
don't
that's
know.
what K-tel
Well,
had to
they
do.
probably did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had to edit the
Okay.
songs to get it all on.
Well, also what it did, because I saw a documentary about that, how they had to have the artist re-record this stuff, but it would be a shorter version of the songs that they do, and that's
Yeah,
how
because
they did
when
it.
you compress it like that, I don't know how good the sound quality is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it messes up the sound or
So,
not, but what do I know? I'm no techie, so. So I'm going to tell
yeah,
you
it
about a
it
movie I
can
watched.
some.
I watched a movie on Thursday afternoon, and it was a Disney film, a live-action Disney film, and only one scene was omitted from it, which was in the cartoon version. And I'm talking about the live-action version of The Little Mermaid. And surprisingly enough, I enjoyed it. I really thought it was well done. I know a lot of
Well,
people give it slack
well,
and crap all over it, but you know what? I really enjoyed it. And the scene that they omitted was Les Poissons. But
well. I saw a new movie on Wednesday uh, on Disney Plus. Elemental is on
oh
there.
yeah, I want to watch that.
I thought we see. My wife never at my daughter's because Tuesday my daughter had to euthanize her cat. She wanted us to go with to be there when she took him to the vet to be euthanized, and see, he had liver cancer, and Monday he was just suffering so much. He was constipated, and he couldn't vomit or anything, and he was having breathing heavily. So,
Mm.
and yet on Tuesday he was acting fine, but so, so we stayed with her and came back on Thursday morning. So, but she has Disney Plus, so she wanted when she saw that was up that for streaming, she had automatically did that. So it's not a bad movie.
Yeah, I really want to watch that. And Calvin says, based on what you are wearing, Tim, can I assume it is no longer hot in Illinois?
You're correct. Now it's rainy today, but its highs this week have been in the 60s and 70s, which are closer to my comfort zone. But right now outside it's still in the 60s, which is a little cool. That's why I have the thermal shirt or the flannel shirt on. When I get too hot or anything, I'll just take off the flannel shirt, and
Yeah.
so
Well, fall is almost upon us. Summer's almost done.
yeah. But I'm glad that it's cooling down. We had uh, more 90-degree days in just 1 week or 1 month this summer than we usually have in a full year.
Wow.
So
I saw a video yesterday from my friend Beetle Brad. Do you know Beetle Brad?
I've seen him on a couple of videos.
Yeah, he's very sick right now. He went somewhere on the plane with his wife, and his ears got, because sometimes on a plane your ears get blocked and stuff.
Yeah,
And he had a really bad ear infection. So and the side effect, he's got bad diarrhea. He's been sleeping a lot, makes him tired, and he's on medication for that. And so like he says it's just been terrible for him. So he's been to the hospital twice, see the doctor about it. And I've had perforated eardrums. I know what ear infections are like, and they're
I
really
know what they're like too. Especially my son had several ear infections when he was a baby. He had to have tubes put in and stuff, and
well. You being in the Air Force, you must have had like your ears pop and stuff, don't they?
well, I didn't take up in planes much. See, I was a computer maintenance technician,
Ah,
but 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 my son he we got had like we went on a trip to Normandy, uh, uh, like when he was a little over when he was around a year and a half at the time, I think, or was it then, or was it? No, don't think it was a year he was born. I think he was older than 6 months. Of course, he could have been 6 months, but he ended up getting an ear infection while we were out there. We went down a bus and stuff,
uh-huh.
but we were uh, going to the different beaches in Normandy and World War II museums and stuff. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, and I've had ear infections at times myself. So, and but now what I have a even bigger problem now is I have tinnitus because uh,
excuse me.
for the for the base I was at for 6 years in Germany. Uh, I worked along the flight line, and the audiologist has said that yeah, most a lot of the got people that were in the Air Force that she's tested uh, and that had tinnitus had worked along the flight line
Hmm. What
because like
causes your ears to pop? Is it the altitude that you're going at?
yeah sometimes but tinnitus that is constant ringing in the ears and see you'll see a little different in the next video because I'll be uh, uh, I'll be wearing hearing aids, but it won't be because my hearing it's to help uh, uh, screen out some of the tinnitus. It's or just to there it won't be as noticeable.
Mm.
So I'm getting they're putting me on Tuesday for that,
Yeah.
and it's pretty much I'll be that's when I'll be getting them too. I figure, and so so like I said, I'll be might notice it in a couple weeks during my stream.
Wow.
So
Do you have any Alice Cooper albums?
yeah, I have a couple. Of course, I have to have Schools Out. I have their greatest hits from like '76, and
School's out. Does yours have the panties that came with it?
no,
Wow.
I
Apparently,
got
you're
it
sitting
as
on
a
a gold mine if
thrift
you have the
store.
panties.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Uh, Getting the case of vertigo is also very unpleasant. I know I've been getting that when I go for walks a lot. Sometimes
yeah.
my equilibrium's off, and I feel like I'm going to fall when I go for a walk. I get vertigo. My mom gets it, and it's scary. It's no fun when you get that.
Well, just like with my migraines, I get Doros with them, and it's pretty much like vertigo also.
Yeah, vertigo is not good.
So
Well,
yeah,
it is a good movie by Alfred Hitchcock.
yeah, that's true.
I'll give it that. But having vertigo for reals, no fun. No fun at all. So, what have you been watching lately on Paramount?
Well, I've been watching Under the Dome. I'm into season 2 of it now.
Oh yeah. As for me, I've been watching Star Trek Voyager.
Yeah, I don't know whether have seen Under the Dome or not. It's based on a Stephen King book,
Yeah.
and there's 3 seasons for it.
Mm-hmm.
See, it was a summer series for 3 years in a row on CBS. So,
Yeah, I remember that when it was on TV. But it only lasted a couple of nights and then it was done.
well, actually, it was like episode 1. It was like 13 or 14 episodes, and I just started season 2.
Yeah, I
So,
looked on my Canadian Paramount Plus and Under the Dome isn't there. I guess it
oh,
takes longer for to get my way.
yeah,
But eventually everything comes in at some point.
sort of like I was chatting on a live stream or with for in the booktube community yesterday. A guy that he's Canadian, but he's lived in England for several years, and he has health problems. He has long COVID, and but so he can't work. Well, anyway, I had I found out that he has Paramount Plus, also British Paramount Plus, and I told him about Under the Dome, so he's was going to check if they have it on theirs, and that's
Yeah, but yeah, I also started watching. I watched the first 2 episodes of it. It's a cartoon, but it's not for kids. It's called Star Trek Lower Decks.
yeah,
It is funny. Oh my god, I laughed so hard. In the second one, they had to help this Klingon get to uh, um, some meeting or something, and he was always drunk all the time. He would pass out and he'd barf all over himself. You got to watch it. It's funny, and they're hyper and they talk really fast, and it's crazy. But I love the show. I didn't think I was gonna like it, but everybody kept talking about Lower Decks, Lower Decks, Lower Decks. I'm like, okay, I gotta check this out. So it's on Paramount Plus. Tim, you're gonna laugh when you see the drunken Klingon.
yeah. So
I
that
think they're all ensigns or something on there, if
yeah.
I remember correctly. But they're on one of the lesser known ships that are in Starfleet, and like what they mean by lower decks is like they're the bottom of the barrel, like they're on the bottom of the ship, and they do little weird tasks and all the garbage stuff, and then they don't care about like being ranked higher up. They want to stay where they are because they enjoy what they do. Because sometimes they don't follow the rules. That's what makes the show funny.
Well, that's like Kirk. He didn't follow all the rules.
Oh, Calvin says, Tim, the record I mentioned on Messenger is a 1955 pressing. I don't even
Okay.
know what album you're talking about.
I'd have to check on it because he sends me text quite a bit.
So, what album is he referring to?
I'm not really sure what that one. Which one is that, Calvin? I can't remember. My memory's not as good as it used to be.
Well, you should keep a journal and write things down so you remember. Oh, I remember that. You know.
Yes.
So the other night I was listening to the Fab Forum on Sirius XM on the Beatles channel, and they had on there a really, really interesting person. He's a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer, and his name is Rod Argent. He's
Oh
originally of the
yeah,
Zombie.
he was in the member of the Zombies, and
Argent.
and he formed Argent. I have two or three of Argent's albums.
And
But,
then they
and
had also, a couple of weeks ago, they had Mickey Thomas. Then they had Evan Dando of the Lemonheads, Gary Wright. No, wait, why did I write Gary Wright down? And Spooky. Gary Wright was in Spooky Tooth. Remember that band?
yeah, I was going to say though with Rod Argent, a song that he did Argent did on their second album. It was written by Rob Valentine. That was in Argent also. Uh, it's God Gave Rock and Roll to You, and then you could say that Kiss covered it later on, and they changed some of the wording and stuff. But I still like the Argent one better.
Mm-hmm.
So, so if you ever come up, so if I think I got like three Argent albums, I think.
Uh,
So
yeah, so last Sunday I did a tribute to Jimmy Buffett and Gary Wright.
yeah, I I like both of them. I have two Gary Wright albums, and I have one or two Jimmy Buffett ones. So
I mean, they had lesser known songs that I'm not familiar with, but they all. But you know what? They'll always be known as one hit wonders with Margaritaville and Dreamweaver.
yeah, so yes, uh, Love Is Alive is another hit. What's another hit from for Gary Wright off the Dreamweaver album?
I don't think I'm familiar with that one.
Uh, yeah, yeah, just look it up. It's probably you can probably find it on YouTube and but I like his music and most of the Dreamweaver album. He played around every instrument but drums on it.
uh, Last week, my friend Caitlin had me listen to this song. It's a really good video, by the way, too. It's a new song by the Rolling Stones called Angry. What a fantastic song. And you see all in the video, there's this hot blonde in a fancy car, sports car, driving down the streets of LA or something. And up on the you see all the billboards come to life with each moment in the Stones' career as they're singing the song, and it was so brilliant. I really liked the song a lot.
Hmm.
I haven't said too much about it because I want to send you pictures. It is an LP photo book about Winston Churchill. Oh, I'd like to see that, Calvin. That'd be
Oh
cool.
yeah,
Send that to me and Tim, and I think maybe Organ might like it too. Speaking of which, where is Jorgen? Jorgen, get your butt in here.
He's probably out for a walk.
Yeah, most likely, yeah. But we're doing pretty good. We're moving along.
Yep.
Not a lot of people, but you know what? They always say this: never mind how many people you have in your chat. That's what I was told by Dave.
Yep. I never
Never mind
obsessed
how
over
many
that.
people are in your chat. Just go with the flow. Just do your show, and they'll come at some point. Narrated by Edward R. Murrow.
Okay. Yeah. That's the one of the books I'm reading. Getting close to finishing it. Is this just in by?
Hey, Dusty.
Okay. Well, I'll show you the book I've been reading because
All
when
right.
he mentioned Edward R. Murrow.
Tim Dusty Spins is here.
Yeah. Hey, Dusty. How are you doing today? Okay. It's this book here. It's this just in by Bob Schieffer, and he covers his and it teaches talks about his years as a reporter and stuff,
Hmm.
and of course, no big portion of that is with CBS News.
Oh. So he's like a news anchor.
He was
Oh,
like,
wow.
and he's and he's one that I like.
So he's like that's his autobiography or something?
His memoirs, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
He's
cool.
retired now and stuff, but he talks about starts off like talking about uh, like with Lyndon Johnson and JFK's
Oh, yeah.
being murdered and stuff, and
Nice.
all that type of stuff. That because he was from his hometown is Fort Worth, Texas, which is right there with Dallas. So,
Mm-hmm.
and JFK was in Dallas when he was murdered. And,
Yeah.
but then he went over to Vietnam for like half a year or so, reporting or uh, just doing it for a newspaper he was working for out of Fort Worth. And they said, but we want you to don't want you to uh, go where the live action is. We just want you to look up some of the servicemen from Texas and that interviewed them. So he did that, but he went into some of some bigger high risk areas. So
Yeah.
without telling them that,
Well, Calvin, you're gonna run into a little snafu because you know why? Now that Gary Wright's passed away, they're gonna up the prices on those albums now. They always do when someone dies. They up the prices, which is crazy.
oh, here's Jorgen.
Aha! Hello, Jorgen.
Good evening.
Good
Yeah.
evening.
It's morning. It's
Wow.
Saturday morning.
Not here.
Still morning for me for another 30 minutes.
Now with me, it's for another couple hours, 2.5 hours, a little less.
Well, it's soon 5 o'clock in the afternoon here.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's 9:39 where I'm at. So,
And as you can see, Jorgen, I'm
Good
still
morning.
alive. I haven't been blown away with the wind. I haven't gone to see the Wizard of Oz. So that's a good sign that everything's going to be
so,
okay.
so when it hits, you can start singing "Blowing in the Wind."
Yeah. Well, I think today they should play the song Mr. Lee because it's Hurricane Lee. Oh, Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee. Oh, Mr. Lee. You know that song. And then they should play the Hurricane by Bob Dylan. Or they can sing rock you like a hurricane.
The Scorpions, yeah.
Well, we had a rainstorm here called Hans, which is my middle name.
Oh.
And my father's name is Hans, and he has been teased for that the entire since he started.
Oh my God.
James, another one I thought of. Oh shoot! Now
Hi, Calvin.
I was thinking. Oh, riding the storm out. That is another one, James. Of course, it's not a snowstorm, but.
Well, as you can see, I have no windows here in my man cave, and the door is closed, so I don't have to look at anything outside or get freaked out by it because I don't want my anxiety to go, you know.
Yeah. So with me, but I have a room darkening curtain over my window in this room, so and I'm up on this upper level, so or the second floor.
Well, it had been gray and no rain until it will be raining now this during the afternoon and the evening. So I got home just in time.
Wow. So now you're safe and sound.
And he has plenty of tunes to listen to.
Yeah, no, I have nothing to listen to.
Sorry, I'm just getting an Instagram message. Just reading something.
So, have you purchased anything lately, Jorgen, since the last time we have?
I have some stuff, yes, but most of them are from last week.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make you big. I was just looking at Calvin's latest comment.
Swedish jazz by one of my favorites in the subject, the saxophone player Arne Domnerus and piano player Bengt Hallberg in a duo album. No, Calvin, I can promise you, no Scorpions. This is Duets for Duke. They play just piano and saxophone with Duke Ellington songs. Swedish comedy. And I got myself a new City Boy. Dinner at the Ritz from 1977. .45s. This is a Swedish Schlager singer, famous one in Sweden called named Lillian Fors, and she does a version of a song that is in original is called "If You Can Put That in a Bottle," and in Swedish it is "En man I byrån," a man in the drawer. This one is interesting. This is a single called Mövenpick. This is an album from Switzerland. It's a commercial single from Switzerland. Mövenpick is or was, I don't know if it exists or not still, an ice cream label in Switzerland. And this is a kind of a commercial single that is extremely catchy.
Yeah, he played a little snippet for me at one time. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I did play some short from it here also.
Sounds like something Calvin would like. He likes Kevin likes these likes old musicals and stuff, and like from the 40s and 50s, and even 30s. So
Catchy, isn't it?
yeah,
I thought it was going to be stuff that are so horrible, that bad that it's funny, but it's pretty fun song.
yeah,
Richie Family, some 70s disco.
right.
No, it's not the same. Some, of course, in Swedish comedian uses Swedish jazz, but no, it's not the same thing. Eric Clapton, 145, Bad Love.
Hmm.
And I actually bought a few stuff today.
Ooh, stuff I haven't seen yet either. Nice.
No, but it's not that much. Two stuff. A CD with Harry James.
Okay.
And this is Savoy Jazz release, and it's recordings from a specific session with the same band from first half of 1940. So I would assume that some of these I don't have actually.
Oh.
And I found a Lionel Hampton quintet.
Oh wow.
With also Oscar Peterson as at piano.
Hmm.
So this is The Way You Look Tonight, part 1 and 2. The interesting here is that the place I bought this from is the third time that this place actually gives me a lower price than it says. So I don't know if they have any check on what prices, but I would just say thank you. And I managed to find a bag for CDs.
CDs. Oh, cool.
I have a CD case with old radio shows that I will put here and use that CD rack for new CDs. So I have an empty CD rack.
Well, that'll be good. Those will keep them protected and from all the dust and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I have one empty since before that I emptied, and I'm now going to do the same with another one. So I will 2 empty CD racks that I will have to fill. So this was 64 CDs. This is, and it's look almost brand new.
Wow.
And it only costed $2.
Not bad. That's a bargain.
Yep. So that is what I have gathered today.
Nice.
Don't know how it chose me on here twice now.
I was like, what the hell happened?
Guess I lost my signal. My signal dropped for a minute there, and and it was.
I've had that problem before,
and
Tim, but
it pretty much had me. I had to restart.
Yeah, that's happened to me before. What you have to do is, do you have a lot of browsers open?
No.
If you have a lot of browsers open,
I only have
that problem.
No, I only have one browser open with just 2 tabs. So.
Yeah, I've had that before. All I have open is the YouTube, the StreamYard, and my Instagram. That's all I've got open. The less you have on screen, because it's gonna take up all your power, and that's gonna cause you to buffer and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just have Gmail open and StreamYard. The Gmail is so I can get the login code for StreamYard.
Oh, okay.
And so, yeah, but
you know what to say.
I was going to show Calvin something fast. He was asking if there were pictures in the book. Are you guys still there? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That picture there, that one. Wait, wrong side. This one over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's Edward R. That's Edward Murrow. Edward R. Murrow.
Oh.
There's several books like him with Lyndon Johnson. Uh, some from when he went over to Vietnam reporting, and okay, and some like from when he was older, like down in the bottom there, you see this Face the Nation with his gray hairs or white hair. But this is a pretty good book. But so I'll take it back down and okay, come on. Okay.
Yeah. So far, nothing really bad has happened here, guys. So that's good. The less I know, the better.
Yeah.
As long as the power's on, we're in good health. We're safe. That's all that matters right now to me. Yes, it
I
can be
would assume
scary
that
because I don't think I've ever been through a hurricane before that I can remember, that I know of.
Well, I don't think that the roof will blow off. So
No. Maybe it'll take down some trees and stuff, but that's about it. I mean, I've seen that happen with thunderstorms before, but that's the least damage I guess we'll get here. And I was walking out in the wind before because I went to go in the garage to put garbage in the garbage can, and it wasn't too bad out. I didn't get blown away. So I'm here to live and tell the tale.
Okay. Well, with me, I've never been through a hurricane or tornado. I've seen tornado clouds go by and stuff, but one time I came real close to being in a tornado because there was I was I worked for NCR at the time, and I was coming back from a call, going back to our shop or parts room. Anyway, I get back, or I get back to the shop, and just right after that, we had a TV in there, turned on the news, and I had driven by a community college out there just on the way back. Tornado had just touched down in that intersection.
Uh-oh. Captain, we're losing him. We need more dilithium crystal. According to sensors, we're losing our captain. He's been flashed out into space.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yes, we do. A big problem. I think he's having internet problems.
Yeah, I think I'm going to need to end it. It did the same thing as that it did last time. So sorry about that. I'm going to need to be ending this now. And oh, we'll try it again in 2 weeks. Hopefully, it will work better for me.
And in 2 weeks, I'll probably have my albums and the book to show you, like I said earlier. But Jorgen, this afternoon we'll still do our thing because with the storm and all, you'll keep me calm. And we'll listen to music and rock out some more if you're okay with that.
Well, I can.
Usually, I say we've seen each other now, and then we wait till tomorrow. But I want to be with you today because it'll keep me calm. If you're okay with that.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll do that this afternoon. Oh wait, HK's here. Do you know HK, Thrifty Tim? This is my friend.
Yeah,
Anthony.
I know AGK. Like when he has stopped making videos for a while because of family problems or like hospitalizations and stuff. I sent him a message then, and
You know what, Tim? Let's keep going for a bit longer. Let's see if it'll correct itself. Let's give it a test and see. Because what if you close more browsers, you should be okay.
Yeah.
I know what's happened. I know what you're experiencing because it's happened to me. Put the link out. You want to come up, Anthony? Want to join us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Anthony's got a good record collection too.
Yeah, I know he does.
Yeah,
I like his DVD collection.
Me too. Yeah, put the link out for him. Come up and join us, Anthony. That is why you need to move to Florida, Tim, so you can experience a hurricane.
No,
nobody wants to experience a hurricane. Trust me on that one.
Put it this way: I spent summer in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Oh yeah, that's true. You're going to that. I forgot about that.
And
yeah.
Oh, okay. But and that's where the base where I was at is where the hurricane hunters are out of.
Uh-huh.
The ones that fly playing into tornadoes to gather data.
Anthony's on his way to the Canadian Music Expo right now.
Ah, cool.
So who's going to be there?
Hey, it's too. If Tim is still alive in a while, if you're there, if you get there fast enough, maybe you could come up and film from there, and we could see what's going on, see all the records and stuff. That would be cool.
Yeah, but still, my favorite Canadian band is Triumph. So, like on my.
There we go. He says he'll see if he can pop up for a few minutes. Busy day. Well, I can imagine. Then you got your concert tonight, and then your other one tomorrow night. My stream tomorrow.
Yeah,
I can show something I saw at the store today that made me scratch my head. Pillows with a very, very strange motive.
Oh.
What the hell are those?
What do you think it looks like?
Oh my god. Okay, I get it now.
Let's just say that those pillows make you stand out.
Hey, you could say they're stiff competition.
Yeah.
Excuse my pun. I had to do it.
And it wasn't a adult store or anything. It was a regular.
Well, there's something you don't see every day.
No.
Well, you know what? They look like worms.
Yeah.
Well, of course, Sweden used to be known for its porn.
Yeah, I never understood why until now. I was thinking double what the F, but then I realized that F might be wrong word to use in that case.
Those pillows are all the rage right now, are they? Oh, I like what Calvin says here. You are not into sex, Tim? Sorry, that pun never gets old.
Well, I showed it on Facebook, and one asked how much did you buy, and I said none. I didn't have the balls to it.
Well, yeah, and I know what Calvin's referring to. That band Sex. Because that would be weird if you walk into a record store. Hi, I'm looking for sex. What? You know how shocked the people would be working at the counter? What are you talking about?
It would work in Sweden because sex is not only the word for two people doing it. It's also the Swedish word for the figure 6.
Oh.
So it's the number 6 is in Sweden named sex, as in when you're having sex.
Well,
Okay.
it depends on which record store I go to. The one where I'm friends with the owner, and it went up to him. He just probably break out laughing.
Well, that's weird, AGK. Girls are buying those things. A lot of streamers have them in the background with all their plushies. Oh my god! I didn't know they're so popular with the girls.
I was thinking it's very interesting though. Imagine if an ordinary store would sell those kind of pillows that looks like a vagina instead. That store would have to shut down pretty fast here in Sweden.
Oh yeah.
But penises, totally okay.
Well, when AGK went to see Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie had videos playing of aliens with penises running around running around on the video, and the song was called, excuse my French, but I'm not kidding. Ask AGK, he'll show you. He's got the song. It's called "Fucking in a UFO." I kid you not, Tim.
Well, if you want to see a movie, there's a movie called Flesh Gordon.
Oh, I've seen part of that film. That thing is a weird film.
Yeah, with the spaceship shaped like a dildo, and
I was like, what the hell am I watching here?
And the robots with the rotating penises.
Another corny film, but this one I actually really enjoyed. Barbarella.
Yeah,
James Honda.
I can't remember which my streaming services that's on. It might be on Paramount Plus or it might be on the Roku channel. I have to look again.
And AGK, I'm sure you have Flesh Gordon in your collection. If I know you probably have the soundtrack too. Did you know, Tim, that AGK's got all the Godzilla soundtracks in a box set?
I believe it.
Yep, he showed it to us once. He should show that to you. It's really cool what he's got. Our friendship may be ending soon, Tim. You like Triumph more than Rush?
Yep.
Oh my god. You know they are remaking Barbarella, are they? Wow. And who's going to play her?
You want to know?
Do you know, Jorgen?
Of course not. I never heard of the original. I never seen the original movie.
Yeah, I like Jane Fonda in it.
Like that orgasmic machine that she broke it. That was weird. It's an interesting film, like with that angel guy flying around and he's blind, and like it's kind of corny and cheesy and stupid, but at the same time you can't turn your eyes away from it. It's like, why did I start watching this thing? And then you say, well, I got to finish it. It's a weird film, but it was beautiful for its age.
If I remember right, the first time I saw it was at the drive-in theater.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was like there was a summer my oldest brother and I would go to the drive-in, or like one summer where my brother and I'd go to the drive-in every Saturday or Sunday night and stay for all three shows that were showing, and that was, if I remember right, that was one of them we saw.
Wow. So, Anthony, who are you going to see tonight? What's the band? I think you said you also had a meet and greet with them tonight, if I remember correctly. Let us know in the comments below. Yeah. So, Tim, what was the last concert you've been to?
Last concert was Cheap Trick.
Ah, probably years ago.
That was last year on the 4th of July.
Ah. And Jorgen, the last
So
big
it was a hometown.
was Deep Purple, right?
Yeah, depends on what you mean big, but
Well, they're a big band. I mean, they're bigger than the little bands.
I have seen Swedish bigger artists for free. So
You know what? I'm waiting for the day where I can see you and Christopher go to a heavy metal concert.
well, you can always dream.
I get to see Christopher in the mosh pit going, yeah.
You can see me in the mosh pit going.
Yeah, apparently people have gotten killed in those things because they're like. Sydney Sweeney, I'm playing Barbarella. Sydney Sweeney, be playing Barbarella. She starred in Euphoria series, and is in the new Rolling Stones video for Angry. Oh yeah, that's the blonde chick in the car. Okay, so she's gonna play Barbarella. Interesting. Euphoria. Ah, okay. That's interesting. So Tim, you need to watch that video for Angry by the Stones. Good song. Good video too. But Jorgen's not too interested.
As he already knows that the girl is in the Rolling Stones video, I assume that he's already seen it.
ADK with hot blondes, of course he's going to see everything that there is. That's a given, boy. Let me tell you. So you're not drinking Dr. Pepper today, Tim?
No, I'm just drinking some cola that got at Dottie.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me, folks, I'll be right back. Just going to go to the washroom.
Okay. So, do you have a busy week coming up, Jorgen, or?
Not that much, no. Not that I know of, but who knows what happens. Life is unpredictable sometimes.
Yep, I never know what will happen at work.
No.
Yeah, with me, I don't. It's the highlight of my week is probably when I get fitted for the hearing aids on Tuesday. So,
hearing aid. It sounds like another charity concert. That's the Live Aid. Here comes hearing aid.
Yeah. So you want some of these bands that sort of like psychedelic and stuff, and testing your hearing out.
Exactly.
Which have for the stereo, they're having two different things on each one. So
Bob Geldof is getting so old, so that's his new project.
Let's see. Oh, in the mosh pit by the stage. Okay. I got close to mosh pit before. This was in Germany when I saw shoot, now I can't remember the name of the tour, but Monsters of Rock. This is a German one. and this was in Mannheim, Germany. And I was with a group of with another couple guys and a woman, and we we were trying to get a little closer to the stage because it was crowded. But it got so crowded around us that because everybody else was having the same idea, where we were pretty much stuck where we were at because if anybody moved their stuff, you'd be pushed around or whatever. You couldn't move. Finally, we made it out there. Another guy that we knew had gone into there, got into like the mosh pit and thrown over the fence for the place where it was at. It was an outdoor concert.
Well, I just went up to check on the storm. My mom's still watching the news, and she said Nova Scotia, there's trees down and lots of damage going on there, but we're fine here. We're not getting it too bad.
Yeah, but the bands that were in this concert, they started with a group called Wizard. Then was Bon Jovi. This was back in '86. This is around when they released Slippery When Wet. Or wait, no, it wasn't Bon Jovi. It was MSG. The Michael Schenker group, or the Collie Schenker group, they went by for a while because Rob McCauley was lead singer for them for a while. And then was Bon Jovi. And then was Def Leppard, then Ozzy, and finished off with the Scorpions. That was the first time I saw the Scorpions.
Wow. I like their song Woman. Woman! Dun, 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 dun.
I was thinking the last big concert I was on, I guess we can call it a concert, was when I was on SmackDown Live in Stockholm.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
Big WWE SmackDown Live in 2017.
Well, the last famous person that I really saw was 2004, and that was Sarah McLachlan. I went with my ex-brother-in-law because he called me. He says, I got tickets. Oh, wait, no, it was Cowboy Junkies in 2009, yeah. He called me, says, you want to go see Cowboy Junkies? I bought his tickets. I'm like, so I asked my sister, I said, Michelle just called me, and he's got tickets for Cowboy Junkies for that evening. Should I go with him? She says, yeah, go. I said, you like the band? You'll have fun. And he even bought me dinner. And he knew I was nervous because of all that divorce thing. And he said, are you okay? It's like, you're very quiet. You're just eating your dinner. I'm like, yeah, well, all of that you've been through. He says, don't worry about it. We're going to have fun tonight. Once I get a couple of beers in you and you see Margot Timmons, you're going to be fine. And I was. And I had the best night. And he says, okay, I'm going to the washroom. Here's a pen. Go get her autograph. He even bought me the CD that they had there. And he says, okay, go get her autograph. And I had the best time of the night. And you know what I did at the end of the night? I said, Michelle, get out of the car. He said, what? I want to give you a hug. I want to thank you for a wonderful evening. Yeah, and he was so nice. And you know what? It turned out to be the best night of my life. And I got to meet Margot Timmons again.
The only thing I wonder, you said it was Cowboy Junkies.
Yeah.
Why do you talk about the band? Instead, go see the band. What? Robbie Robertson.
Here, oh shit! My stupid headphones. This wire is so long. I keep tripping on it. I'll show you how they are.
I was trying a joke.
Okay.
Robbie Robertson's the band.
Oh yeah, I have a picture of being Margot Timmons somewhere that's autographed, but I don't know where it is. I wish I could find that thing to show you, because they sent me this when I wrote a poem for Margot. Make me big, please, and I'll show you. Here.
Oh, sorry.
Backstage.
Don't take it personal, James.
Sorry.
All right. Try. Here we go. That's Margot right there. And there's all their autographs. They sent that to me in the mail. There you go. You can make me smile.
Well, for that the last concert I saw, that Cheap Trick, it was the second time I saw them, but it was only like 10 miles from home that we had to go. It was my wife and me that went.
Yeah.
But the best concert I saw with her, the two best concerts I saw with her was Gordon Lightfoot, where he didn't have any special light art pyrotechnics or laser or anything. Just him with the band sitting there singing his songs. And the other one is Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, they're good. I like their Christmas canon.
This was like a combination of all their Christmas albums together. It was like January 7th of I can't remember what year it was that we saw them. It's been a while, so.
I hear the opening intro for that in my head when the kids go Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, and it starts dum 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 dum, and it starts. That's such a beautiful piece that they do.
And then they also remade it where it was Christmas Canon Rock.
Really?
Yeah, where they do it like with guitar and electric violin and stuff, electric guitar.
Oh wow! Yeah. Then they have the Rock and Nutcracker. Dun, 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 dun. The Rockin' one.
Yeah, see, I have all their Christmas albums. I have two solo albums, one solo album, or two, all their Christmas albums, and then two non-Christmas albums I have. The one that I do not have is Beethoven's Last Night, which I've been looking for. I'm just trying to get it in CD. And I don't know if they have any new ones yet after Letters at Little Event.
So Calvin says the best concert I saw was Living Color with King's X. I'm not familiar with those bands.
Living Color, you heard it in when we have been playing. That one that played the Cult of Personality.
Oh, yes. Okay. Tonight, Kate, this is like Christmas Day for Kate, because tonight, finally, it's her turn to go see Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie tonight.
Okay.
She has been anticipating that. She bought the tickets back in February, and she's going to be on the lawn or something like that, and she is just excited. She was showing me the picture of her outfit she's going to wear for this evening, and she's the biggest Alice Cooper fan, and her boss said he wants her to write a review of it. So she's got to write down her things while she's watching the show. I said, well, you know what? Even though you have to work for the show, enjoy yourself. Rock out a bit. Don't just, do what your boss tells you to do. Have fun, too.
I guess she must
have fun. I told her that last night.
It's a part of her work. If she doesn't do what her boss says, she'll get fired. So I would assume that it's more important.
Well, I hope she has a little fun and sings along some of the songs.
Think of it this way: she's getting paid for going to the concert.
Yeah.
How many people can say that?
No. But she's going with her sister, I think.
Okay. So.
And apparently, next month, Guns N' Roses is coming to Colorado.
Okay, where at in Colorado is she at?
And then there's Aerosmith had to postpone their shows because Steven Tyler
his voice,
his vocal cords.
Yep.
So he's got to rest for about 30 days or so. So that's not good.
Yeah, I was asking what where at in Colorado is she at?
Who bought the tickets? Yeah, she did. I think AJK, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, or I think maybe her sister did, or brother-in-law, or whatever. I'm not really sure, but one of the two, as far as I can remember. But she's gonna have a hell of a good time tonight.
I would assume that she's freelance.
Yeah, when I saw Alice Cooper, I went with my son. He bought the tickets,
Oh wow.
and he got us seats in that area at the theater. That's called the orchestra area, the orchestra level, and so
Hmm.
because I can't be looking down much at stuff because my problems. But so we got to have us seats down there, and so we were. It was a pretty good show.
I
Uh,
would I would assume there's only one band that could make me go to a metal band, and that is if I would able once to see Falsey. That's the only heavy metal band I would go see.
Oh yeah.
The Chris
What if
Jericho
Depeche
band.
Mode? What if Depeche Mode came to Sweden?
Yes, but those are not heavy metal.
No, but would you go to Depeche Mode?
They have been here
Oh
this
yeah.
year.
So
I,
Alice is on her time, not her company's time. So she owes her boss nothing. So she should enjoy herself first. Yes, that's what I told her last night. Enjoy
that depends
yourself
on
too.
that depends on Anthony, because if she is if he if she is writing freelance, then he can decide that if she's not doing if she's not had made a good story of it, she will not get paid. So she doesn't have to be employed to actually get money from a boss when you're a journalist.
Yeah, yeah, true. And then she writes it for her own journal, for her own blog or something. Hold on, I'm gonna get a ginger ale.
okay.
Ginger ale.
Yeah, but like when I saw the Moody Blues, I I it was I was just got to Dayton, Ohio for some training for work just a couple days before the concert. And when I heard them talk about the concert on the radio, my wife and I had been wanting to see the Moody Blues in concert, and when I heard that on the radio, after I got off work, I went over to the store where they sell the tickets or Ticketmaster. I just went by myself. But the seat I got was on the floor, 23 rows back from the stage, and of course they have, have this. This was their tour, the Live at Red Rocks tour that they had, and so uh, that was a good show. Like, what is it? I know you're out there somewhere. Was that it, or something like that? Or they were kept flashing lights at that in the audience, and boy, were those lights right from where I was at.
To complete what I was saying with Depeche Mode was here this spring, and it was too expensive for me to go, so I didn't be able to see it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
Why do
how.
they always have to put so much expenses on tickets? I mean, back in the day in the '70s, you could go for $15 or $10 to see a band. Now you got to pay for
Yep.
the nose. You got to pay like almost $1,000 just to get front row seats. You can
You,
almost
you
buy a
have to
bloody
remember that those money back then are a lot of money today.
Why can't it be simple like back in the day where we can afford to go to a bloody concert? No, we got to pay for the nose these days.
Yep. I've
the prices they pay, you could buy a house for that.
sort of like when I went and saw Mississippi River Jam. This was back in '79. Paid like $15-20 for the tickets. Uh, okay, we were in the underground, like in the baseball diamond there. The stage was around at home plate. My brother and I, we were sitting right down second base. I mean, we were right down second base. That's how close we got to them.
Wow, that's cool.
And the lineup for that concert was, no, I can't remember the first band they were, but I know there's a bigger band now. But then was AC/DC with Bon Scott. This is shortly before he died. Then was Nazareth. No, not Nazareth. After AC/DC was UFO. And then after UFO was Nazareth and then Heart. So that thing like $15-20 for a ticket. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Best concert I ever saw was actually only one of those cover bands that you can see in a beer tent. Back in '97, I saw a band called Jam of the Year, which played modern soul classic, and not this old '60s, '70s, soul classic from '80s and '90s, and the entire tent was just jamming. It was such amazing groove, amazing feeling. It was definitely one of the best concerts I ever heard. So it doesn't have to be a big band, a big artist to get that feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see with me, I tend to like some of these not as well-known bands a lot of times too and stuff. And my collection's full of stuff like that, like solo works by different artists and all that. And sort of like with the Tom Johnston album, I showed it against it because he listened to it just yesterday, and that was a pretty good album. Or he doesn't have any. The only Doobie Brother that he has with him on it is Michael McDonald played keyboards for one song. Michael McDonald didn't even sing on it. It was all Tom Johnston singing.
I haven't been paying much attention to the baseball, but Calvin, how are the Jays doing? Because I guess the World Series will be starting soon, eh, Tim?
Yeah, and the Cubs have in pretty good shape for at least a wild card spot.
Ah. See, are you glad I told you not to shut down the stream? You're doing good now.
Well, it's been acting up some yet, but I'll probably be ending it soon anyway. We've been going now.
And also, another reason I wanted you to keep going, because I've never been through a hurricane before, and it's kind of scaring me. I just want to spend more time with you.
Yeah.
Just so I can distract myself.
This is a concert I was on.
Oh.
Lee Konitz was not there, but this is Grace Kelly. She's a Korean-born, now American saxophone player. That is Lee Konitz was her teacher, and she was here in Sundsvall playing in the square. And afterwards I went there and bought this. And she naturally asked if I wanted her autograph. I'm not an autograph fan, but it would be pretty stupid if I said, no, I don't care for your autograph. So naturally, I got autograph from her.
Oh, wow.
So this was a really great jazz concert.
It's very rare that a musician would offer an autograph for you.
Well,
or
she had
anybody for that matter.
I wasn't alone. She had loads of records that she was selling, and there were some of us that was buying, and she was signing autographs for every one of them.
Well, Paul's good at being able to get autographs at concerts.
And I like Lee Kunitz, so it was natural to buy this.
Sort of like when we saw the Ides of March, Paul and I have both talked about that concert quite a bit. But they did have autographs after the concert. It was, or was it during like intermission? Because they were doing fireworks too. Well, anyway, all the members were just sitting at a table doing autographs. I got Jim Peterick to autograph my Survivor's Greatest Hits albums because he was one of the founding members of Survivor, not just that Ides of March, but he was one of the founders of Survivor. So, and still Survivor had quite a few hits in the 80s. So
The only real hit I know of Survivor is Eye of the Tiger.
Oh yeah, they had a lot of other good hits. Like I think reason why he was contacted for even making that one for the Rocky movie.
Burning Heart was another great song for the
yeah. Well,
yeah, I know too. I like the bass line in that. Doom.
Well, see that the one the song that got them to doing that is Sylvester Stallone contacted them because he really liked it. I think it's Poor Man's Son or something like that. I can't remember. I think it's that. And that's how they got contacted by Sylvester Stallone to make a song for the movie. So
I remember I went to see that at the drive-in Rocky 3 in '82, and first they had a Pink Panther cartoon, then they showed the movie the final countdown, and then after that it was Rocky 3.
Okay.
And Hulk Hogan is in Rocky 3.
Yep. Thunderlips, the Ultimate Male versus the Ultimate Meatball.
And Hulk Hogan nearly blew his career for that. Because he was contracted to the WWF at the time. And Vince McMahon, the senior, the father of the current Vince McMahon, didn't want him to participate in that movie, so he quit WWE only to make this movie. But then when he returned, Vince McMahon Jr. of today's Vince McMahon had taken over from his father, and he brought back Hulk Hogan and made him, well, what is this? Mm-hmm. So he quit WWE to make this movie.
And that's when we were all introduced to Mr. T. I pity the fool who doesn't watch Rocky 3.
But then, of course, then he got down to the 18.
Yeah. And he was in that movie DC Cab.
Yeah.
And I remember his kids' video he did, Mr. T's Be Somebody. And my sister had just had a fight with my mom, and she came in. I rented it because I was a big Mr. T fan. And I was watching it, and he was talking about how this girl had a fight with her mom, and then they were singing, "Treat her right, treat your mother right." And my sister said, "Can you fast forward the song?" I said, "Terry, I'm not going to do that. I'm watching this thing, okay? I rented the thing. I'm not going to fast forward." Hey,
Anthony!
You just shut him down.
Shut him down. Bring him back up. There he is.
Sorry, Anthony. My computer's been acting weird today.
No worries.
Don't take it personal, Anthony.
I do. You know me. Gotta have the vitamin C and D today. You know. It'll be a busy day.
That means that you have a CD.
have a CD. I'm gonna swallow a CD for breakfast.
Nice.
Is it
Trying to
that
do
or
this-
is it
trying
good
to do
you
this with
have?
one hand. You try to take a pill out of a bottle with one hand?
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
Oh my god. Oh, and I got a whole lot of them. I got too many.
I'd say that's a little too many.
I'll be wired for the day. I take all those. Woke up with an anxiety attack last night at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Jesus. Yes, I'm going to the Canadian Music Expo here in Mississauga.
Who's going with you?
It's only like 10 minutes away from me.
Are you going with someone, Anthony?
No, I asked Scott if he wanted to go, but he's busy. He's got work to do. I got a free ticket for it, so why not?
Yeah,
I'm sure
so
Darren would love that too. Darren would have enjoyed that.
Well, yeah, apparently it's an expo that they haven't had since before the pandemic.
Ah.
And it's to promote Canadian artists. I suspect a lot of Canadian independent artists or small artists will be there with little booths, you know what I mean?
Hey, Dave.
Because I noticed you
Hi,
could buy,
Dave.
like, when the ticket auctions were, musicians were free, visitors were free, but you still had to get a ticket for it. But then if you wanted a table, I think it was, if you were a sponsor, it was $195 or something, and if you wanted a table, it was $500. So I gather there'll be a lot. Let me just try to put this phone thing down. Hold on. Try to prop it up. Find something to prop it up. Hold on, guys. Hold on.
All right.
Try the salt shaker. There you go. There. So I gather, there'll be lots of independent artists there. They'll probably have their CDs or whatnot. So I'm kind of down for that. If there's some independent artists there that I've never heard of pushing
Calvin.
themselves, I would imagine most, if any, will have CDs over vinyl because vinyl's pricey to produce. But I'll pick up some CDs from new artists if there's something that interests me. I know one of the record stores I shop at will be there. High Notes, which used to be Arts Top, High Notes Vinyl Cafe will be there. So I'm gonna go check out his booth. He's gonna have some vinyl there. So there will be vinyl. It's to promote Canadian artists, so it's gonna be pretty much, I think, Canadian vinyl, Canadian record stores. I guess there'll be some record stores. It's not like a record show. It's a music show. So there'll be artists there with their tables. There'll be memorabilia. There'll be vendors selling, memorabilia from Canadian bands, like Rush or whatever, or Triumph or who knows. There'll be merch from various bands and collectibles and memorabilia from various Canadian artists.
do you know if Randy Bachman will be there? Or I should say Bachman.
I don't know if any big names will be there or not. I wouldn't be surprised if Gil is there from Triumph because he shops at the record store that I shop at a lot. I run into him all the time.
Okay.
He shops at Rick's Recollections in Port Credit all the time for vinyl. Gil from Triumph. So
Yeah,
because he lives right. He lives there. He lives very close to that.
I've always wanted to see Triumph in concert, but I never got to.
I saw them. Yeah, I actually saw Triumph open for Santana in I think it was around '78 or so at Maple Leaf Gardens. They opened for Santana.
Okay.
But back then, I think they only had. I think Rock and Roll Machine was the only one they had out at that point.
Yeah, I have that album.
I had a silver copy of that album when they first released it. They released it on this silver vinyl. It was like chrome vinyl. It looked like shiny chrome. But
Okay.
you couldn't play it. You put a needle on it and it was just.
Oh my God.
Well,
because it would be a regular pressed record that they would then spray on the chrome or something too. I don't know how they did the process, because over time you occasionally see a copy in the record stores and it's worn off, so you can see the black from the vinyl showing
Oh,
through.
cool, Dave.
So it must have been coated with some sort of shit, and it sounded god awful. It was a copy of Rock and Roll Machine. So Rock and Roll Over. No, Rock and Roll Machine was the name of the album, wasn't it? Yeah.
I know what's going to happen on my stream tomorrow.
That's
You're
my
gonna
favorite
say-
album of theirs. See,
You are going to say to me, James, I did it again. I bought more vinyl. I know you, AGK.
No, because like I've got the concert tonight.
Are you
That's
sure
a-
you're going to
that's a
resist the
meet and greet.
temptation?
Huh?
Are you sure you're going to resist the temptation?
Yeah.
I know you. I know you, Anthony.
I don't know, but I just got to keep my brains together because tonight's
You
concert.
keep saying like that, James. He will not buy one record just to prove to you.
I know he's going to try his best, but I know him all too well. He's going to see something he's going to want, and he's going to get it. I know him.
Yeah, but I know Delane tonight is going to have merch, and they probably have some T-shirts and some CD. If Delane have CD, because I have all my Delane is on vinyl, so I don't have any for like playing in the car or anywhere. So I'm sure if Delane has some of their albums on CD there, I'll probably grab a CD copy from and get it signed. I'm taking my records. I've already got my bag ready. I'm taking my Delane albums with me.
Well, I do have Rick Emmett's autograph.
Rick Emmett's the one that I meant to say Emmett, not Gil. It's Rick Emmett that all shops at.
Well, anyway, he was doing a concert in one of the northwest Chicago suburbs, and do you know Paul Cycle DJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, him and I are friends, and he when he found out about it was for a charity performance, and so Paul couldn't have had to work, so he took a couple albums, couple Triumph albums, and he said, "Hey, if you could get Rick to autograph these, I'll make a donation for the charity," and they did, and he autographed Allied Forces for me.
Oh, cool. My salt shaker didn't hold. Maybe I need the pepper too. Maybe I need the pepper too. Yeah, so I'm taking 2 albums to get signed because I do have a VIP meet and greet tonight.
Nice.
I upgraded my ticket at the last second because I saw Delane post on their Instagram. If you want to upgrade your ticket, you can. That's all I said. Screw it, I'm going to upgrade it. It was only $70 to upgrade it. So
why not? You only live once.
Yeah, like the chances are, like when a Delane or a European band, the chances, who knows when or if they'll ever be back this way again. So
you forget that AGK is James Bond. He lives twice.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like,
that's true, Jürgen.
They haven't been here before, and I don't know if they'll ever be back again, or if I'll still be alive to see them again. So why not? Besides, the singer in the band is hot, so why not? Why not meet her and get her autograph and get a picture with her? She's hot.
Is that lady friend of yours going to be there tonight too?
Delane, no, I'm going on my own.
Oh.
I'm going by myself.
And who are you going to see tomorrow night?
In the morning.
These next 3 concerts, I'm going by myself. All 3 of them.
So what's the next one tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night's Beast in Black. It's a sold-out show. They're also a European metal band. Delane's a European symphonic metal band, and so I've never seen. I mean, I got into symphonic metal like 10 years ago, and I absolutely love the stuff. And I've never seen a symphonic metal band live, so it'll be my first time seeing a symphonic metal band live. I'm looking forward to it. I was actually watching a YouTube video of one of their concerts from earlier this year in some other city.
The closest I've seen to that is the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah. So symphonic metal band.
Of course.
bands, of course, have a female vocalist. That's one of the kind of the things. I mean, there's some symphonic metal bands with male vocalists, but most have female vocalists.
Of course, the guitarist when I saw Triumph and Concert, the guitarist, I can't remember his name. He used to play with Alice Cooper.
Which, yeah, there's been a lot of guitarists that have played with Alice.
Yeah, was it Dal something or something like that. But and his wife,
female or male guitarist?
male.
Kane Roberts, Damon Johnson. I'm trying to think of some of the past guitarists.
Yep. But then his
Steve
wife
Hunter,
was the one.
Kip Winger. Kip Winger played with him.
No,
There's been a lot of people that have gone through Alice Cooper.
Yeah. But then his wife is the one that was playing piano and keyboards for it. But they put on a real good show. Then they had members of a local orchestra playing with them. This was in Madison, Wisconsin, that I saw them.
Let me grab my thing. Hold on, I'll be back.
Well, this turned into a really cool stream, Tim. AGK always brings something to the streams.
Yeah, I know.
He's always got some cool stuff to show.
Yeah, I'm all dressed apart now. You know, AGK means business when he's got gets the chains out, he gets the rings out, he gets the
Oh yeah.
gets all the.
But you're not quite like Mr. T. Your chains need to be bigger. Ask Mr. T.
Here's this one I'm taking to get autographed tonight.
Oh.
There's one
Okay.
Apocalypse and Chill.
Nice.
Which is funny because this album dropped right when we went into when the pandemic, when the world went into lockdown. March 2020, this album came out. And right then is when Toronto and everywhere else went into lockdown and closed down because of the pandemic. And it's funny, the name of the album was Apocalypse and Chill by coincidence. And here we were on the brink of an apocalypse. And then this is their new album from this year. So this is the album they're going to be promoting.
Well, I should make it bigger.
They have a new vocalist now, so this is the album that they're currently promoting. This came out in February. And so this is the album they're going to be promoting with the new singer. I don't know if you can see her here. Here's the band. Here's the band. There's the singer, keyboardist. The keyboardist used to be in Within Temptation, another famous band. He left to form Delane. There's all the guys. There's a group shot. So that's who I'm going to see tonight.
Oh, I thought I had them.
I'm going to take these two albums to get signed.
Nice. That should be fun.
Yeah, apparently the meet and greet, you get to you get autographs, you get a picture with the band. They have a private acoustic performance. For anybody who bought a VIP ticket, they have a special private acoustic performance, which would be kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
And, you get a lanyard. You get a lanyard with a pass thing on it. The lane lanyard thing.
Cool.
And something else. I can't remember what else you got. Oh, and you get early entry to the merch table. You get first crack at the merch. So yeah, I'll probably spend money there. But I have to be there for 5:30, so I need to be down there. I'm going to get down there for 5 because I got to find parking and shit. So I'm going to have to leave here around 4 to get down there for 5. And then I have to report for the VIP meet and greet at 5:30. Because the doors open to the general public at 7. So the meet and greet's between 5:30 and 7.
Oh, so the meet and greet's before the show.
Yeah, meet and greets before the show from 5:30 to 7. Then they open the doors to the public, to the people that have tickets. to the regular standard ticket people. So, and this expo only goes from 12 till 4. So I'm only going to go for a couple hours. I doubt I would be there for 4 hours. So it opens at noon. So in another 10 minutes or so. What time is it? Yeah, another 10 minutes. And I'll head over there. Maybe I'll film it. I'll go around. I'll take my phone and film it. Put it up on my channel. Put a video up on my channel. If it's interesting, I'll put a video. Film a little bit of it. And put a video up on my channel from it.
Okay, I thought of who it was that played the guitar for that, because when Trans-Siberian Orchestra goes on tour, they go out with 2 teams. One's for the western part of the U.S., the other's for the eastern. Well, anyway, it was Al Pitrelli that was playing guitar. And he did a pretty good job at it with that. And
yeah, so that's Delane tonight, Beast in Black tomorrow night. They're really, really, really good. I love Beast in Black. They have 3 albums out so far. I love all 3 of them. 10 out of 10 for me. They sound more like 80s metal than symphonic metal. I think they probably do qualify a little bit in the symphonic metal category, but they're styled more like an 80s hair metal band. Even though they don't have hair, but it just, that sound is very 80s metal sound. That's why they're kind of popular. They got a really close show. That's tomorrow night. I can't remember who's opening. Chains of Something is opening for them tonight. Visions of Atlantis is opening for Delane. Another similar band, I guess. And then Monday night's Baby Metal. That'll be an experience. Huh. That'll be interesting. Baby Metal. The Japanese J-pop / metal band. I have a feeling I'm going to be in a crowd of little young Asian people going like this. Mind you, tonight I'm going to be tonight and tomorrow night I'm going to be in 2 mosh pits as well for the metal bands, and it's just going to be a bunch of people going like this. That's what you do at metal concerts. You like this.
So you expect, when you see Baby Metal, you expect a group of 12-year-olds looking at you and say, "Who is this old man?"
I could be one. You never know. You got some other older people there, I suppose. I just figure, the chances of ever seeing Baby Metal again, it's just like, it's too unusual not to go to.
Do you like Baby Metal, Jorgen?
They've only ever played in Japan. This is the first time they've ever done a world tour. So probably the first and last time. So the musicians in the band are really good. So I'm curious to see Baby Metal.
Let's just say Baby Metal has one good thing, that you will never hear a Cookie Monster growl out of that band.
I'm trying to think of any of their songs. Actually, some of their songs actually do have male growl vocals in them. Because I have all their albums. I have all the Baby Metal albums. I've got a live album. I've got the 4 studio albums and the live album. And they do have the occasional metal growl in there. I know Delane, one of the guitarists, he does the growly voices. She's got a gorgeous voice. She does the beautiful, beautiful singing. And then you got a growler. Beast in Black have a growler. I think that's kind of a prerequisite of all these bands, is to have a really beautiful vocalist and then somebody that can do the growls, right? So
it sounds like you're going to be having a fun and busy weekend.
Tiring. I hope I can survive 3. I don't remember the last time I went to 3 concerts 3 nights in a row, if I ever have. So,
well, you're going to be dead by Tuesday.
Now, 2 of them are in a nightclub experience. Like Delane's in a small nightclub venue here, small venue, so it's good. And Beast in Black is too, so it's not like the big stadium venue. It's more like the Alma Combo style venue.
let's just say that
No.
it would be easier if you went to 3 concerts in a night with 3 different genres, but you're going to 3 metal concerts in a night.
I know.
That is the tiring
Baby
thing.
metal's in a larger venue. Baby metal's at Echo Beach.
If it was 1 metal, 1 jazz, one synth pop, it would be pretty much easier.
Yeah.
Oh, Baby Metal's the one. That's the same place you saw Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper, right?
Yeah, well, Echo Beach, that facility, Ontario Place, has 2 different
Okay.
stadiums in it. It has the Budweiser stage, which is the big 16,000 seat thing where I saw Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper, and then to the east of that stage, if you walk to the other side of Ontario Place, they have a smaller venue that holds 4,000 people called Echo Beach, named after the famous Echo Beach song by Martha and the Muffins. Because that's where Echo Beach used to be before they built, when they built Ontario Place, it used to be an actual beach called Echo Beach. And when Martha and the Muffins wrote Echo Beach, it was written about that beach. But now they've built, a few years ago, they built an actual concert stage on Echo Beach that holds 4,000. So Baby Metal's at this 4,000 venue, and there's no
Tuesday.
There's no shooting, it's all standing.
It does, Kelvin.
Well, they are bad names that, but you say.
They're all standing venues, so I'm going to be standing for all these things.
Wow.
There's no seating.
Well, with my back problems, I get back spasms from standing up too much. I don't think that would work for me.
I'm going to have to keep moving around. Well, if I'm in the mosh pit at the metal shows tonight, I'll probably be just like squashed by a bunch of people, and I'll be moving with them.
Just don't get winding up in the hospital, Anthony.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning, you'll see Anthony broadcasting to you from the freaking emergency.
Oh, you'll be pretty sore when you come on my stream tomorrow.
Well, after the 3 concerts, you might not have much hearing left.
Oh, fuck, I know.
Well, let's hope he's got some hearing left, because he's got to give us a review.
Oh, see tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it, though. I mean, I haven't seen any of these bands before, so it's always nice to see new bands.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
I'm always going to concerts and seeing bands I've seen over and over, like Alice Cooper. I mean, I enjoyed Alice Cooper last week, but I've seen him like 10 times. So Rob Zombie, I probably actually got a bigger thrill out of than Alice Cooper, just because I've never seen Rob Zombie before, so it was a fresh experience. Because sometimes you tend to go to the concerts by bands you like over and over and over. So this time I'm going to three concerts by 3 bands. They're all new bands from the 2010s. So,
well, Anthony, tomorrow, Kate said she'll try to come in for a few minutes to give us a review of the show. And then I know you're dying to ask her what she thought of Rob Zombie's videos on the screen with the aliens running around. You know what?
Interesting to see what she thought of Rob Zombie.
Well,
you're gonna bug her with that one. I know you will.
I tell people about Anthony might not know. I live in the Rockford, Illinois area, and you might remember on the news earlier this year there was a theater in a town, an old theater, where a tornado took off the roof and one person was killed.
Oh,
for a metal concert. My son would go up there for metal concerts. Well, they're reopening it tonight for concerts and stuff. And
oh yeah, do they have a band going in there?
A lot of times they have a lot of Mexican bands in there too, or Hispanic. But then they'll have metal, they'll have metal concerts in there too, and that's what they had the night that tornado hit. So
how's the weather over there now, James? Has it started raining yet or anything?
It's heavy rain and wind. I don't think it's going to be as bad as we think here. It's everywhere else in New Brunswick, somewhere else in the Fundy area.
I think Nova Scotia is getting the brunt of it. You're what, north of? I can never remember where New Brunswick is compared to Nova Scotia. Is it
I'm not really sure. I'm not good with directions or maps or anything.
Yeah, I don't remember. I can never remember where New Brunswick is.
But we're doing well. The power's still on. Everything's good. We're safe. We haven't been blown away to the land of Oz yet, so that's good.
Well, we know if you don't show up for tomorrow's stream, you got blown away.
I'll be there for my stream tomorrow. Don't you worry. I'll be there front row center.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're just gonna get a lot of rain where you are.
Oh,
There
yeah,
no
I'm
his
fine.
Nova Scotia's the one that's gonna get hit with it more than anything. So.
Everywhere else is going to get hit worse than what we're getting.
never know on his show tomorrow he might just be singing out these hurricane and storm related songs like blowing in the wind and
We'll see James. He'll be outside. His house won't have a roof on it anymore, and he'll have his
Fly me to the moon.
Let me play the stars. Here comes a frickin' tree. I'm going to land up on Mars.
James will be like one of those weather reporters that hang out in hurricanes.
Hello, hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here for Sesame Street News.
and just got trying to keep from being blown away.
There goes my neighbor's car.
You should open the show with Neil Young's Like a Hurricane,
And then Calvin will be singing in the Blues. No, I'm going to be flying.
I'm singing in the rain.
There goes my neighbor's treehouse. It's going again.
How about Jorgen? Do you get any? What's the worst weather you guys get up there in where you are?
We are more.
Do you get any extreme weather or earthquakes or any of that sort of stuff where you guys are?
Not earthquakes, but we have shakings. Not never real earthquake. We're not under any kind of. So we're safe from that, but we have normal storms. We have a huge rain storm that have been now called Hans, which is the same name as my father. So he has been teased every time now for causing a rainstorm. But storms are the hardest we have.
Okay. Yeah, we get the occasional earth tremor here in Toronto, earthquake. I remember the last one I had was quite a few years ago, probably 20 years ago. I can remember feeling the ground shake. But I mean, they're just the little, they're the sort of thing where people go, hey, did you guys feel the ground shake the other day? That's how big they are.
There was the interesting thing is that they were having I think it was around 15 years ago. There was a little shake. Very, very minor here. For me, it felt like only that a car backed into the house. That was
exactly. That's what it was like. I was in my condo at the time, the last one. I was in my condo and I was in the penthouse. I used to have a penthouse in the condo, so I was 30 stories up. And I'm sitting at the computer one day on the internet or something, and I felt this little vibration, and I was like, "What the hell was that?" And it wasn't until somebody told me later, "I go, you feel that earthquake this morning?" And it just felt like the building just sort of went. Like a little vibration, like somebody banged you in the head, and you went.
And what was fun, I went in contact with my friend Otto, the guy who taught me to like jazz, and he was shaken because he said, "Oh, we have a creek that runs through the city called Seelånger Creek." And the Seelånger Creek is going to go tsunami. We're going to drown. We're going to be... Calm down. It is a creek we have, not the entire ocean, you idiot.
Yeah, how about that? How about that flooding in Libya, huh? Can you believe that? Freaking 11,000 dead and probably tens of thousands more that they are presumed dead. The whole freaking town washed away. That is tragic.
Sort of like that earthquake earlier this week, was it Monica?
Yeah. And this catastrophic flood makes that earthquake earlier this week look like nothing. That earthquake had a couple thousand dead so far, but this in Libya. I watched it on the news last night. 11,000 people just freaking washed away, and tens of thousands more still buried in rubble. It's unbelievable when you see photos of the area. It's like an entire freaking hunk of the world just got washed away because I guess they were not, their infrastructure was not prepared from what I was seeing on the news. Their infrastructure was ancient and hasn't been maintained, And I gather one dam that was designed to hold back 2 million cubic feet of water or something, it gave. And then that rushed down to the next dam, which was designed to hold 25 million cubic feet of water. It gave. And then both those gave, and the whole thing just came through. And it was like 4-story high freaking wave.
Wow.
From what
And one
witnesses
guy-
were saying, the wave was 4 stories high, so that's 40, 50 feet high. Just
And one
washed through the entire city and took the whole city away.
And one guy just
The devastation is unbelievable.
and one guy said to the media, and I just opened the door and said I'm thirsty, but I'm not that thirsty.
Yeah. Oh man, it's pretty sad over there.
Oh my God.
Yeah. What's with all these world events, huh? All these world events. Well, that's why I'm trying to get to as many concerts as I can. The world's coming to an end, so I got to squeeze in as many concerts as I can before we're all gone.
And Anthony, don't forget, a week from today, wake up in the morning feeling
Oh yeah, if I can make it. If I, can
I
make
gotta
that
go
one,
to
I'll
school.
have to see if I can even make that one. I don't God, it's something else I have to go to. I'll see if I can make that. If I still have money, if I can still make it.
Oh yeah, because I have to have Caitlin and Joey's
Well, that's-
autographs.
that's my-
Oh,
Yeah, because my daughter's here with me next weekend, so I'll have to see what her plan is. In case I have to take her to work or anything, I have to find out what's going on.
well, if it doesn't happen, you know what? You did get me give my regards to Broad Street. So either way,
Well, I mean, I'll try to go down there.
yeah, I know. I won't be upset if you
Check
didn't.
it out anyhow. So, just you know what? Make sure you remind me in the middle of the week because
Oh, I will definitely.
I have a memory like a sieve. So
Now that I've added you to my good mornings and my Instagram and talking to you every day, I just want you to feel special because I know you're lonely because you lost your dog and
I'm
that.
special, all right.
So you're part of my good mornings on Instagram now and my good nights.
Special, okay.
If you'll allow me to do that,
Yeah.
I want you to be part of it.
Don't blow up my phone.
I won't blow up your phone.
I remember the worst thing I remember we have when it comes to storms was what we had a storm a couple of years ago called Janne. And that one was hard because when I woke up in the morning, I have those tables at the balcony that you put the legs into it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
the legs was just ripped. It's in plastic. And the legs was just ripped out of the table and was laying everywhere on the balcony.
Wow.
Well, it's 12. What time? Okay, it's 12:07. I suppose I should get going to my team.
Yeah. Well, look, I was going to say we've been going for a good while today. Thank you for joining us up here on the panel, Anthony.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. That was fun.
Well,
Thanks for messaging me, James, and letting me know.
Yeah, we do this every second Saturday if you want to
yeah,
join
every
us.
other
All right,
Saturday.
Just let me know. I will give you guys a report tomorrow on everything, James.
Okay, sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Have fun, Anthony.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Have a
Thank you
blast.
to
I'll probably see you. You should drop by tomorrow, Tim, to James' stream.
yeah, if I remember ours, and hopefully I won't be suffering from a migraine at the time. And
Yeah, you're welcome to come join us. Tim,
I'll
if you
probably
want.
see you tomorrow, Jorgen, at James' show. So
Oh, yeah. And I'll
Bye,
see
guys.
Jorgen later this afternoon.
rock and roll.
We'll listen to more music again. Namaste.
Okay. Well, and thank you two also for joining in on the panel, and thank you for everybody in the out there in the peanut gallery that have been that have been commenting in the chat and stuff.
But James, it also depends on whether we have power or not. You have.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be okay.
Yep. So until next time, take it easy and keep on rocking.
Bye.
Bye. See you later this afternoon.